I also wish someone like Ninja and other people would actually react to this. I'm really kind of curious to see what their perspective is. What's going on, Hood Nation? Nidge here, DFX. Do all pro gamers think the same? Before we begin, please watch the full screen instead of blabbing because this will shut up. Also, the cool with reactions. And, like I said, unless I feel like I'm a part of it, I'm not, I would only partake in it. I used to be a pro gamer a long time ago. I know a lot of you can say, whatever, Nidge. No, I used to play a lot of Unreal. I used to be fucking golly at it. Ish until like Fatality and other people just smoked the hell out of most of us. But I never made it, I think, S tier. I think I was always slightly like JL. It's just a pinch below like the best. And that's usually what happens with all games I play. Like I'm better than most people, but never the top. But you know, at one point in my life I was a pro gamer back before. Now the scene is there. When I was a kid though it wasn't. So if I was born earlier or later, probably a better way of saying it. Whatever. I digress. You guys get my point. Let's just get started.
It's
yes!
a way of our
right there.
saying it's okay to shoot.
Well, what you are probably
Yeah, Mortal
wondering
Kombat.
is it turning their brains
44
to mush?
win streak. I had to forfeit it. The contest I was at. So my mom had to go to work, but I whooped everyone's ass there.
I'm 27 years old.
Empty hot.
My favorite
CS:GO.
part about gaming is
Right on. I used to play
literally
a lot of
just
that.
winning.
I actually was an alpha tester for that game way back in the day before it even got released. For those of you that know Counter-Strike, you can Google it. But originally, for the terrorists and counter-terrorists, they didn't even have skins. They looked like Gumby. You were either just all black or you were all blue. It was like a stickman with stick guns and everything. And the P90 was overpowered as hell way back before the game dropped. So just random useless information. But yeah, I was a big tester. I used to play Counter-Strike a lot.
I'm Ariana Gamboa.
Playing
I'm 19
Halo?
years old and I play Halo competitively.
19?
It is
She
my
looks
passion,
old for
and
19.
girls can also game.
One misconception is how much work people actually put in. There's a lot that goes into it.
There is.
A lot of
One
people,
thing I can
know,
tell
have
you
negative
is
stigmas, playing games, doing nothing with his life. And rather, it can be quite a
you
healthy
gotta
habit for people
exercise
to
your
build
body
futures
too, though.
in gaming.
If you don't, like those thick people, they'd be even better because their body was just in better shape. Damn, I like. Fuck no.
Wait, I'm sorry. Can you give me a second to think about this? This is like, okay.
He's probably sponsored some shit. He's like, mm-mm.
I only like energy drinks with alcohol.
Oh, sorry. I'm supposed to answer it first. I was just about to say that. I only like energy drinks with alcohol. Other than that, I'll never drink them. Energy drinks to me, my energy drink is V8 juice. I know it sounds stupid, but it's got all that vegetables, all the good stuff you need. It's way better with no crash. So I'll just leave it with that. So I'm literally strongly disagree.
Does that affect your gameplay?
Well, I don't drink when I'm playing.
Oh.
Yeah.
I was like, it's probably...
I definitely acknowledge the health risk that some energy drinks have, but for me, I mean, sometimes I'm playing in 4-hour sessions, just nonstop, having to play at the top of my game, and it helps out a lot.
I hella need it sometimes, and for the purpose of actually performing, I think it's great. I don't drink it at all on my off time because I felt like I was using it as a crutch. Oh, I don't have my energy, I can't compete. Then at a certain point, I was like, that's pretty sad. Like, I need to be training and then trust that, not the energy drink.
The problem is the reason why they need the energy drink is it goes back again. They're not actually running a mile every day. See, back in the day, I used to run like 2 miles a day. I used to lift a bunch of weights. I could put in front of the screen before you guys right now what I used to look like. Right now, though, I mean, I got herniated discs, 2 of them in my neck. I busted my ankle. And now this year, I was finally getting back in shape. I busted both my legs. I fell down a bunch of stairs. No, if you, like, some of the best gamers that I know got they're ripped, like, because you take care of your body too. It's not just about what you can do with your hands back and forth in your eyesight. Your reflexes get faster if you're healthier. Cardiovascular, your heart, everything is just better when you're in shape. Like it is. Like all of these people, if they're good now, they would be even better if they actually spent at running a mile every other day.
Yeah, you don't want to rely on it ever.
Gaming culture is misogynist.
Not gonna lie.
Okay. I don't know. I mean, I watched this funny YouTuber. The name was The Online Gamer. He was definitely misogynistic to say the least, but I thought it was hilarious. I know I'm gonna get hate for that. Like it was just for the character, but he ends up finding a really good gamer girl that's his equal, and they're in love because she's a gamer.
What are you doing, camping in there? Come on, I hate campers. Finally. Oops. Oh, wow. Double kill. Hello, ladies. Don't go anywhere. Just gotta drain my RPG. What's a Murloc?
Oh, it's a mystical creature in WoW.
Wait a second. You play World of Warcraft?
Of course, it's only the best game ever.
Oh my god, you nerd. Only fat play that game, loser. God. You need to man up and play Modern Warfare. Pwned!
Pwned. WoW players invented pwned, so you can't use that.
Who gives a shit? Go join a guild and get some gold, fat.
You know what? You wouldn't last a second in Azeroth.
Oh, well your mom wouldn't last a second in Azeroth because she'd be sucking my D. Ick. God, you people suck!
Headshot, biatch! What? Oh, I can't hear you from the bottom of the scoreboard, you little bitches. Oh, you! I will skull fuck this Xbox.
I just got a boner.
Because she actually can whoop him, and they go back and forth, like, when they work together, oh my god, they just tear it up. Like, it was funny. I don't ever see a lot of men doing that now. Maybe like 10 years ago when I was a kid. Nah. See, to me personally, I wish there was more women that played gaming, because a lot of women I know, all they want to do is a girl thing. Sorry, that might sound misogynistic, but hair done, nails, shopping, like, I don't know. Like, I want a chick that actually I can play Overwatch with. You know what I'm saying? Or any game. Like, that to me would be my ideal woman. But that's just my opinion.
3, 2, 1.
The women are all gonna think that. But they probably deal with a lot of shit. Oh,
Everyone has that experience when they're in a gaming lobby, and, well, probably us.
Damn, she's
females probably
thick.
experience this more.
They both nice.
As soon as we speak, we get called fat. We get called all these ugly names, and that is still something I deal with today.
I'm not gonna lie, girl, you thick.
15
At least
years
with like
ago.
8
It was
C's.
definitely
But you hot.
a terrible thing to experience.
I have a girlfriend
she's
that
fine.
streams though, so I feel like I've gotten more open-minded about it and understanding, and I can definitely understand the obstacles like females have to go through. It's pretty tough from people just saying dumb shit or saying you're bad, saying you shouldn't compete. Or
Men sometimes hear those things too, but they don't hear it because they're men.
Right.
They hear it because of whatever, like the internet wants to hate on some random shit.
Yeah.
It's like we have to prove ourselves more.
Yeah, exactly. That's the big difference.
I'm a competitor. Like, I don't care about what my gender is.
She's hot too. Damn.
how
Where are
much
these hot
I
women?
don't care about any of that.
Where the hell are these hot women gamers at? I just want to know right now, everybody. Somebody needs to draw me a map. Because your boy Nidge needs to relocate ASAP.
Like,
Boy,
if
she
I'm
thick.
good enough, like,
Yes,
then I'm
both
good
of them.
enough. Like, I just don't really believe in the.
I think it's more so them giving us a chance or seeing.
I would love a woman to whoop my ass in a video game. I would like it.
No one.
I'm like a BDSM of gamers. I would love a woman to spank me in the game.
Yeah, you cannot get on your computer because you're a woman. Like, no guy is saying like,
Yeah, I
oh,
don't
you can't play online today because you're a woman.
I kind of disagree with that, and like I do agree that the skill speaks for itself. While anyone can typically play any game they want and become good, the environment makes it so that it's much harder to succeed as a woman than it is as a man. There's no doubt that the experience will be different.
Oh yeah,
for
the
different
experience
groups
is
of people.
different, but I don't think gaming is anti-women.
I don't think it's anti-women, but I think there's just a lot more shit they have to deal with.
So like back then,
Yeah.
you know, arcades and the first like home consoles,
Yeah.
girls in video games just weren't a thing.
We were
You know, it
old.
was, like, a boys only club.
My old school boy.
Anytime a girl was like interested in video games,
He's
guys would
30
be
like me.
Oh, you know, just go play Mako or go back to the kitchen or something.
Go
you know,
make a sandwich.
Yeah, exactly. And it was so dumb. And you know, as years gone by, gaming culture has advanced, right? And it's become more accessible and diverse. Unfortunately, there's still, you know, some people out there.
A few
that
cats, yep.
Still treat it like it's the 90s.
Yeah.
Video games encourage violence. 3, 2.
I'm gonna have to go with agree here. I know a lot of people are gonna go, oh no, it's not the video game, it's the individual. Yeah, well, the individual is influenced from the video game. Okay, I'm gonna put it this way. There's people out there that are influenced by things and will take whatever music, movie, anything they see, their parents, anything, and they will in their mind, because they're mentally ill, they're going to replicate it. It's like, or they're going to act-ish it on it. Versus most people can separate that repetitive or monkey see, monkey do behavior, so to speak, for lack of better words. So yes, I strongly disagree, or strongly agree. My bad. See, like it's fine if you disagree, that's fine, but they don't get it because they don't have that mentality. These people don't suffer from that type of mental illness. So
I don't know because there's proof.
Wow, I just want to like kind of not be the odd one out.
So the only reason I want to say a little bit here.
Yes, you should stand your ground.
Like they were inspired by video games.
Counter-Strike, to be exact.
It's just all mental health at the end of the day.
Yeah.
I just think anyone who has those kinds of issues is going to find that inspiration from any kind of medium.
Exactly.
Movies, including games,
yes. Yes.
Books.
Yes.
I even think the dialogue.
That's why you should be somewhat agreeing. If you strongly disagree, that means video games has no responsibility at all. Like, it doesn't add. Don't get me wrong. Like, obviously, I'm not going to do some shit because I see a video game, but there's that person out there that will. It could have been GTA 3 when it came out, or 4 or 5, whatever the newest one is now. You know what I'm saying? Like, that could do it. For instance, I joined the army, honestly, because I played so much Counter-Strike. I was obsessed with the M16 gun and everything. I joined the army. I did. I put my time in. But when I got there and shit was real, I'm like, this is fucking scary. And then I got out as soon as I could. Like, that's the truth. Like, real speak. Like, it's fucking scary when you know, everyone wants to talk. You want to talk shit until the shit happens. So that's just me. I digress.
Where we act like that's causing it is kind of harmful for society in general.
I think it's definitely like using video games as like a scapegoat, in my opinion. Like it's definitely more of a mental health issue.
For real, video games and violence, fake news. It's a myth. You know, there's even music, rock and roll, drug, sex, and rock and roll. And
they blamed rock once, and then they blamed rap, and then
exactly.
Well, that's all influential. Yes, there's even a study when we want to talk about music. Why do you think in war times there's a person beating the war drums? I know we see that in fiction, like Warcraft and everything. That was real, where they would play drums, because what it would do, it would psych up your fight and your spirit mentality. Music does. They even studied the brain, what it does. That's why when people lift weights and exercise, what are they doing? Listening to music. Why? You get more pumps. It's proven. If you have a song you really like me, when I exercised, heavy metal, I could fucking lift. I was benching up to 275 pounds in my prime. Now again, I know it's not a lot, probably to a lot of you cats, for like whatever, you know. I was like 180, you know, doing 275. So it's not a lot, but my point is that I could sit there and do it if I was listening to Slipknot, if I was listening to any type of heavy metal music.
Looking for something to blame.
I think on the opposite side of that spectrum, video games could even be pointed to the thing where it could be used as an outlet for the people that have those kind of urges and thoughts.
Yeah, that's true.
It's like an escape, right?
Exactly.
Yeah, that's why somewhat agree would have been there.
On the underlying issue of that, I think that really comes with like the parenting. I mean, if you're having those kind of thoughts in general, I mean, there's so many of us that play video games that don't have those kind of thoughts.
Exactly.
It's like you said, it's just a scapegoat. It's annoying.
It goes both ways. Yeah, like some people use it as a deterrent of it, and some embrace it. It just depends on the individual, and that goes for music. That goes for everything, though. Even a lot of criminals watch a lot of CSI and Law and Order. You know, like Murder She Wrote. You know, you see what I'm saying? Like they get drawn to it because they like that. You know, and then they get inspired from it, and some of them even take notes from it. Like that's why to me, somewhat agree would have been, my opinion, the correct choice to be. I wouldn't say strongly agree, because anywhere in the agree spectrum. I'll leave it at that.
Competitive gaming is just as demanding as physical sport. 3.
Just as demanding as physical sport. No. No. You're not sweating, throwing up after running miles or push-ups or... I could tell you, when I was in the military, we used to run, like I said, 2 miles a day. I remember people throwing up. I remember someone getting carried to a medical emergency because he got he started, I don't remember what, it was July 4th, right? And for those of you that know, we're not supposed to do jack shit. Unless you're on the battlefield, you're not supposed to do jack shit on July 4th. I wasn't. I was actually in my basic training. On that day, we got all the pizza, candy, chocolate, whatever you can eat. And the drill sergeant's like, go ahead, private. Go ahead, eat all that pizza and pop. We didn't get pop ever in basic training, right? You don't get pop, you don't get pizza, you get all good food. And I was like, I don't trust this I don't trust him. I don't. So I didn't eat it. But I saw everyone smiling, eating all the pizza and everything. I was eating carrots and doing everything. I had one slice of pizza. I'm like, okay, I gotta live. After that, shit hit the fan, smoked the hell out of us for 2 to 4 hours. And we're talking flutter kicks. Every time you blew the whistle, you had to flip over to your stomach and do push-ups. And if you want to rest, you stuck your butt up in the air. That means your hands and feet are on the ground all the time. If any of this area was touching the ground, they would come over and kick you. They would yell at you and scream at you. A lot of people go, oh, you're lying. No. You guys have no fucking idea. My drill sergeant, in fact, I heard later through the Divine, he actually got demoted. He got in trouble because what he did is he knocked a fucking locker over and it landed on it. Not the guy he was confronting. He pushed the locker and it fell like a domino effect. And somebody randomly on the other side of that, boom, hit him, put him in the hospital. He got crushed by the fucking locker. No, I'm telling you, what I went through, physically demanding. I've never felt that much pain. I actually cried once in basic. I'm not gonna lie, I cried from all the pain and everything I endured. I wasn't crying like a bitch, but I was crying out of pain because it hurt so damn bad. Because I had muscle spasms, my eyes were just sweating, literally. That's where I get that phrase from. I know a lot of you cats make like, oh, your eyes are sweating, ha ha ha. It's like, no, like they were just sweating because it hurt so much. I was just like, my whole body was just twitching, and I was just like, it hurt so much that even like the tear ducts just started just sweating. They're like, oh, your eyes are sweating, bro. Get your feet wet. That's why I also say that too, everybody. I know you guys hear that me say that too. But I digress. The point is it is, and I could just imagine what pro athletes have to go through. I know military is not a pro athletic thing, but, you know, try joining, you know, fucking the Beret or the Navy SEALs. Yeah.
For traditional sports, you have to push your body to such lengths to be able to do those physical feats, to be the best, to be whatever. I just don't think that it's as hard.
No.
I agree. I'm usually like sitting on my computer for almost
doing the same shit you always do.
A day. Physically, I'm not doing anything near an NFL or NBA player is doing.
I don't play basketball, but I don't think that they're working on like frames per second kinds of levels of reaction and speed.
Yes, what? They're not? Are you... Dude, the human eye sees 30 frames per second. You can get above that with training, which is physical endurance. Like, oh, man. See, this guy could be so much better as a gamer. I'm not saying he's a bad... I mean, I'm sure he's probably really good. Obviously, they were all flexing at the beginning before this started, but I'm telling you, if all of them just ran just a mile every day, every other day, they would be... All of their performance would be increased. I'm promising them. I would wager my fucking house, they would perform 10 to 30% better. So if they're good now, they would fucking dominate later. Like, ish. Like, after that, they would... I'm telling you.
You know, not all sports are as intensive as, like, football and, like, soccer and UFC.
We're probably all thinking basketball, football.
Yeah, because it's, like, it's the mainstream stuff, you know? Because there's
I
also,
think that's
like...
what the question was, no?
Yeah, there's also,
No, but there's also golf. There's also, like...
bowling, darts,
oh.
You know? And I think gaming...
Bowling's not really a physical sport, though. Like, football, physical contact, basketball, yeah. Bowling is more of a luxurious sport, like darts, pool, bowling, the geometry, yeah.
Is, like, as demanding as those, if not beyond that.
I like the sound.
Part of the fun.
Yes! Your boy did. Sometimes you gotta get your feet wet, man. You gotta be saying some shit now and then, man. But I usually don't initiate it. I joke about it, but when someone's coming in hard and hot, y'all see me on my live streams, man. I'll give it back to I'll give it back to people, man. You know, but yeah. I like that smile. Woo!
It's hella fun. It's competition, you know? You're trying to get everyone riled up. You're trying to throw everyone off their game.
He's waiting for this one, yeah.
You spit some words.
You know, once people start taking like life problems and weight and try to like find stuff up on you, that's where it gets petty and it's childish. But trash talking is super fun. I do it a lot on stream, you know.
I mean, I love.
I know. I went to a LAN recently too, like a year ago, and they basically threw my ass out. They were like, "You gotta go," and I was like, "Man, you guys are a bunch of pussies, man. You all get like, come on, man." At the end of the game, I'm like, "Oh, good game, man. Good game." That I was respectful. I wasn't like, "I hope you die in a fire or something." You know what I mean? Like, some people just get butthurt, but yeah.
Trash talking people. It's so fun. If you're doing it in good fun, then I think that trash talk is essential to any video game, honestly.
Yeah, it's to push you. It's to push you.
If I die or if they die, my go-to is you're trash. Like,
she's cute. They're like twins.
People dog shit idiots a lot.
I say dog shit way too much.
I never say that.
I always call people virgins, but I don't feel like you're a fucking virgin. But I only say it on the mic because then you can you can understand my tone, and it's not that serious. But I would never like type something like that.
Actually, I have a whole like diss track about me, like on YouTube. Yeah. And then my friend just wrote one back. So there's just like, and then everyone's hyped about it. Everyone just, yeah.
Like it.
Skeptical of my career.
Okay, this one I can't.
2, 1.
I'll have to sit this one out. Once they see the money.
Because I guess I'm a little older. Back then, it wasn't ever a career. Now it's so different. Like, if I were to
Damn, she's
tell
hot.
my parents, like, yeah, hey, I have a 401k from gaming. Like,
She looks like
I
Blair
have health
White.
insurance,
That other girl does.
Just like a regular job with like a bachelor's degree or whatnot.
So I'm a little bit younger, and my parents were always super supportive. I quit football and sports when I was in like 7th grade, and I just really started gaming.
I could tell.
Even after high school, my dad gave me a whole year to try to do something with it. Started making some money, and it just took off from there. So
that's nice though
my
to see
parents
they have
were
so
very,
supportive.
good
That's
about
cool
it.
though.
It makes me feel like proud.
I mean, my parents did a very similar thing, and after I graduated high school, I asked for a chance. I was like, hey, could I have just a year? I want to really see if I can make this work. You know, I want to pursue my dreams, and I won the tournament that, you know, we both popped off in.
Yeah.
And if this
right.
was
He took
3
it
years ago,
top
I'd say
5
I'd be
or...
over there saying that they'd be skeptical. They don't know, but my dad's always been supportive of me, and I'm thankful for that.
I think he's the one that won the #1 contest, wasn't he? And he won like $1 million or something like that. I think that is him right there.
Yeah.
The Fortnite tournament, yeah.
We're just like, nah, that doesn't sound like a good idea. You're kind of throwing your life away. So then I got a regular career. And then when my friends started making money in video games, I was like, what the fuck am I still doing here? They saw how much happier I was doing this versus that, and they knew I was capable of that. Now they're like watching on stream together, like they're showing up to some live events.
My mom is very, very supportive of what I do, but I was living with...
I wish my mom would watch me play some video. That kind of make me a little bit... I'm not gonna lie, I'm a little bit envy and jealous of that. I'm not gonna lie. I wish my family, everybody would support me like that. Like, they never told me, like, don't do it. But it would just be nice, like friends and family, like, the support. That would be cool. I've never got support for anything in my life. I've never been told don't do something, and I've never been told to do something. So, like, I literally would be standing in the middle. I'd be like, they're just like, whatever. They're not supportive, but they're not dis-supportive, if that makes sense.
My grandparents for a while, and they actually kicked me out and were charging me rent because they didn't see live streaming or competing in video games as an actual job. So I moved back in with my mom, and I got to quit that job, and now I'm living my dream. So
I don't have a family. I just have my mom right now, and she's an immigrant and very old school, so you can imagine how she feels about it. She always said, you know, you're wasting your time. You know, I didn't work so hard to make a family here just so you can play video games. You should make something of yourself.
Oh, yeah.
But
I can see that.
In the end, you know, as long as I was happy with my life and I became successful
now
in
that
my own definition,
now that mama saw the money.
Okay with it as well.
Yeah.
She still hates gaming. Yeah.
Where are your parents from?
My mother's from the Philippines, my father's from India.
Okay. My parents are Hispanic. They definitely weren't about it.
I can see the Philippines in his
They
eyes.
understand it when they see the money.
It sucks though. Like, you have to make money for people to realize it's actually
your
a
worth.
career.
Yeah, you show them a paycheck. They're like, oh yeah,
okay.
this is legit.
Yeah.
Okay, I like it.
Yeah, exactly. Well, for me, obviously, that's disagreeing, but because I'm not a professional gamer.
I used to live in a trailer with my dad in Ohio, so I understand the struggle. You know, I used to sleep on the mattress, on a floor. you know, gaming, I started streaming. I started, you know, getting a lot of attention in tournaments. I was making a lot of money there.
Should call himself
now
Trailer
I
Park
live in,
Gamer.
like, in a really nice part of California.
I'd say I make a really good living. I think that Fortnite has given me a lot of opportunities. I mean, the viewership and the tournament prize winnings alone is ridiculous. I mean,
Yeah,
I'm
Fortnite
getting way
though.
too much money for just playing video games. To be
But that's Fortnite. See, Fortnite's got all the damn money in it. That's the problem. If he dropped even CS:GO or League of Legends, that's still not bad. But like a Heroes of the Storm, that game obviously now is just gone. And Overwatch, like he wouldn't get that.
I'm getting way too much money for just playing video games, to be honest.
I think it really depends on the game you're playing.
Yep.
Yeah, I
Thank
play
you.
Smash. Nintendo does not give a shit about us, but I'm not making like fuck you money. You know what I mean? Like I'm not making like Fortnite money. And so for me personally, it's just that's just the life of the game that I chose.
Yep.
Playing Fortnite, you picked the right one.
I'm being sponsored. I have benefits. I'm comfortable. I'm happy. I love what I do, and I not only win money from tournaments, but I'm also contracted. So.
I'd point out that, you know, maybe our definitions of good living are different. I mean, me and Aiden especially, I know that we come from, you know, not particularly the best, you know, living. I mean, I used to live in Louisiana back in like, you know, middle of nowhere where nobody would even know where I am. My salary right now is way more than enough to make a good living off of it. But then again, it depends on the area you live in. If you're living over there, I mean...
Yeah, like if I lived in Kansas, I'd be filthy rich. Filthy rich. I'd be like...
Maybe you should relocate, Blair.
Deeper relationships through gaming than anywhere else.
Yeah. I'll say somewhat agree. Because anime is something that I always loved. I found relationships in the characters that kind of built, and a little bit of music that I connected, because I'm also, you know, a prior musician too. So, you know, somewhat agreed. I definitely wouldn't disagree any at all, but it'd be somewhere in the lines of agreeing. I'm between somewhat and probably normal agree. God, why does it always do that? Doop.
I'd say I've made some of my best friends ever, and even if the game is done, we've already built a bond past that, where now we're just friends. And none of
relationships with real people.
And things that have gone on wouldn't
I
exist
meant like
anymore
connecting with the
You know,
game and
back in high
characters.
school, I was like really nervous to talk to like ladies, and I never had a girlfriend in high school.
Sly Fox.
And then after high school, I met my girlfriend that I currently live with. So I think one thing too is people online are way more open than in person. Like, a lot more comfortable.
A little too
Never
open.
in my life, what I think through just gaming, you could meet people that you can call your brothers and sisters for life. Like I have those. Like I would die for these people. We live around the country. I was like, "Do you guys want to go to Canada?" They're like, "Sure." And we just had the time of our life. And I just met them online through gaming or at a tournament.
I agree with you guys. I mean, gaming has led me to a bunch of events like TwitchCon, all these things, even this, where I meet people, and that's built those relationships. And I think that gaming, I mean, I've met everybody through that now that I'm thinking about it. It's pretty cool.
Yay! I think it's legit.
I hope so. I think so. Maybe. Nice to meet you, man.
Yeah, see that guy.
We're all going to Dream.
There you go. They're all gonna go to that next event, they said, or something. Yeah, that's cool, man. Shameless plug-in. He's got his shirt on with his character name. That's what you gotta do. If I showed up there, I definitely would have the name of my Twitch stream or whatever. Because half these cats, or even 5-10% of the viewers here go over there. Boom. You gotta do shameless promoting sometimes, you know what I'm saying? I really liked that video. I thought that was really damn good, really well put together. Very good questions. I hope you guys also liked my take, my adding to this to make it more transformative. If you guys want to join Hood Nation, anything, your chance to do so, it's gonna be like over here. Of course, I've got some playlists and all that jazz to get your feet wet, but I ain't a cup of tea, I'll go find it. It's out there. Believe it. This is Nidge from DFX. Out.